Welcome home, Rep Back Marcus here, and I'm with Karina, and today we are going inside of Target. I cannot wait to get in there. Of course, we're gonna be looking for everything we love on this channel, anything in terms of animation, whether it's Disney, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, anything nostalgic in general, and seeing what they got going on, and adding some stuff to the collection, of course. If you guys are new to the channel, typically I do a lot of thrift stores, flea markets, looking for more older stuff, but every now and then I like to go to some of the bigger retailers and see what new stuff is dropping. And with the Spongebob movie on the cusp, the Spongebob game coming out, there's so much awesome merchandise coming out for my favorite yellow boy. And they also recently dropped the Nicktoon's Dice of Destiny game, which is the major reason why I am here today. We are going to be picking this game up. I cannot wait to play it. It is a spiritual successor to one of the greatest video game series of all time, in my opinion, and that is Nicktoons Unite, which was a game where it was like the Avengers of Nickelodeon, where you got to play as multiple different Nickelodeon characters in one awesome platforming like action game. And in this game is the very same. You get to play as Danny Phantom, Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and the main villains of the game are three iconic characters: Angelica Pickles, Azula from Avatar, and Vicky and Ember McLean, the four meanest people ever, like as a group. And they're the core villains. So we're gonna be picking that game up. We're also gonna be looking for any of the new Sonic X DC stuff that we missed the last time we were here, and whatever else we find along the way. But any further ado, I got so much stuff I'm excited for, so I had to tell you guys all about it. Let's go ahead and get in the store though. Okay, so over here, I am gonna get this guy here. He's only $10 too, he's super cute. They also have Amy back here. I just don't know where they would have had that Batman with. I don't think I've even seen any of those ones that come with like the characters, so maybe they just aren't out yet. But they have also the Avatar section. So look at Momo. He is so freaking cute. Last time I think they only had the Appa, or for whatever reason, they did not have this last time. I would have got him for sure. That one is, so they're all like hybrid animals. This one is a otter penguin. So all of them are like, so he's a sky bison, right? So they're all like mixtures here. Momo, I don't know what he is. I guess like a lemur and a monkey, I'm gonna guess. So they're basically mixed animals. I think we gotta get Momo and also Appa. They're so freaking cute. They did such a good job on them. This is by Jazzwares. I'm not gonna lie, Jazzwares killed the McFarlane line. Like the McFarlane line was cool, but the Jazzwares one is so much better. We also got this Toph last time too. Back here they have Aang as well too. I think we're gonna stick with just those two plushies here though, because I don't want to get too avatared away here when we have other stuff we're gonna be looking at.
Do you guys prefer this one and this one?
I'm Team Momo. What about you?
I don't know. I like them both for different reasons.
All right, if you had to have one as a pet though, who are you picking? Appa? Okay, so you're Team Appa then. You guys let us know. Are you Team Appa or Team Momo? I'm Team Momo for sure. He can fly too, and he's got a tail that's just so cute. Fly. Well, not not around the room. He'll break your whole house down. He has to sleep outside. Have these freaking drenched out in gold Hot Wheel monster trucks here. They look like Yu-Gi-Oh like gods or something. It's crazy. Okay, so let's see if they have the game. This is what we mainly came for, so let's take a look. So I'm not a big fan of like the Switch 2 games. Like it's a lot of the same games, but then it's just like on the Switch 2 for some reason, and it makes me feel like I'm missing out on something, but I already have those games. But I don't see it over here. I think it's on the Switch 1 actually, so let's see. I'm gonna be so mad if it's not here, because last time we were here it was. Oh yeah, here we go, right here. The Nicktoon's Dice of Destiny. We could pick this one up right now. Absolutely awesome cover. Of course, you got to have Spongebob on the front, but I think actually in this game, Timmy is more of like the main character than anybody else. So it's kind of cool to see that, Spongebob is usually always the center focus of every Nicktoons game, but this one, Timmy's kind of almost got his own game here. So we're going to pick up this one for sure. And we'll go home and we'll play it. And of course, you guys will see some footage of me kind of getting the game started and stuff like that. We won't put the whole game, of course, but at least you guys get an idea of how the games and the mechanics work. So this one's only $54 at Walmart. I have no clue why. At Walmart it was $70, right? Yeah. It was $79.99. Usually Walmart's supposed to be the cheaper one, but it's only $50 here. I love Gengar. It's my favorite Pokemon. The camera does not do it justice, but it's a lenticular design, so the characters look like almost 3D inside of the controller. Very freaking cool. It's got mappable buttons too, so on the back here it's got some extra buttons. You can actually switch to different ones, so you can play like certain games a little bit faster, have a quicker reaction time. So I am going to be getting this one for sure. And I have a huge Pikachu like controller collection, but I've never had any Gengar controller because I hadn't found one. But this one is so cool because it actually has Pikachu and Gengar on it. They actually have some other ones too. They have the Evolutions one. Did you see this one? They have all the Evolutions here. They have this one here that has like Umbreon on this side and then has Espeon on the other side. But for sure, this is the coolest one. It's got lenticular designs. Okay, so we came to look at the Christmas stuff to see if they brought any like Christmas SpongeBob related clothing or Nickelodeon stuff. There is this awesome Spider-Man like Todd McFarlane design. I do love the classic Homer meme, but he's like descending into a Christmas tree instead. We got Snoop Dogg down there. And then we got Buddy the Elf too. But I feel like Target updates the merchandise like a lot slower than like Walmart does. Like these are pretty much the exact same shirts they've had here for quite a bit of time now. It's been the same designs for like a while, so nothing new here. I was hoping there would be like a new SpongeBob shirt or something, but nope. Okay, so before we head out of here, I wanted to check out the collector section too. So of course they've got all the Funko Pops in stock, but this guy is crazy. There's this like leather, like I'd say faux leather, of course, and Garfield. My experience with like plushes overall is like this faux leather over like a period of like 10 years starts to crack and like break down. But my goodness, is it so satisfying in the hand. Like it feels so cool to the touch and soft. And it's also Kid Robot, so this is probably like $60. But I did want to share it with you guys. They still have some of the other stuff too, like Mo's phone here. Have this TMNT like wrestling pack. Who else do we have here for plushies? We have Stitch. We got Pennywise, who, oh my gosh, if you guys are not watching it, Welcome to Derry is so freaking good. I've been watching it right now on HBO and it is unbelievably good. Like it's only 2 episodes in so far for me and I'm obsessed with it already. We have Fred Flintstone. Glad to see you're getting some merch right now too, Fred. We have Pebbles here too. We have Sonic here and he's got like these Chinese New Year's type of outfit. Or this is the Year of the Snake Sonic here. And then they have SpongeBob too, but this is like one, they kind of keep this guy in stock. He's been here for like 4 years. Not this exact one, but they just kind of always restock him. I guess he must sell really well. And then we got 2 of the most devious villains in all of TMNT history. Tall Thug and Short Gangster. That's what they call me and Karina, actually. We have the Last Ronin here, who's also, I'm pretty sure this is getting a game too, actually, I want to say. Okay, so yeah, so this, I want to make sure so that it's getting a game coming out very soon. It's going to be a high quality game, similar to like the SpongeBob, Titans of the Tide. I think it's by THQ Nordic, and this is The Last Ronin, which is essentially a story where Michelangelo, I think, is the last turtle left. And it's like a survival, like apocalypse story. Really badass. So I am pumped to play the game. I have not read the comic book series. I just kind of vaguely know about it as a Nickelodeon fan. Man, you can't even, it's so like blacked out the box. You can even see the Nickelodeon logo on here. There's actually no, okay, yeah, down here. That's kind of badass though, that they were like, yeah, we want this to be like such a clean box that there's not even like a lot of trademarking or anything like that comparatively to like this, where you got the NECA there, you got Nickelodeon. They just wanted to keep it like clean and kind of like edgy, I guess you could say. So you have to like find the Nickelodeon logo here on the bottom. But yes, like I think that is going to be an awesome game. And, I'll be experiencing it for a first time, like I said, since I haven't read the comic book. And then over here, they have Stitch / Elvis. I mean, this is a collaboration that's been begging to happen for years. Stitch x Elvis. You got Stitch dressed up as Elvis there. Back here, you have Shredder as Dracula. Are you kidding me with these collaborations? They're going crazy. And then what is this one back here? This is The Last Ronin as well, too. Yeah, so it is Michelangelo. I was like, I'm pretty sure, because in the figure you see with like the sword, you see Donatello's weapon, Raphael's, everybody. So I was like, maybe it's just like, I don't know, another turtle, but no, it is Michelangelo. That is awesome though. And our technical SpongeBob character appearance, we have Nosferatu. Okay, so while we were in here, I was like, let's just look it up to make sure we're getting a good deal for the Dice of Destiny. And you can actually get the game for $39.99 on Amazon versus Target's, which is $59.99. But not just that, you can also get a collector's edition. I had no clue this was even a thing. I literally feel like such a fail as like a Nickelodeon fan right now that I just have have not kept up with this game the way that I should have. Like I said, with the movie coming out for Spongebob, the other games, just been so like it's Sonic / DC. There's been so much stuff to keep track of that I've just kind of like haven't been there, I guess, mentally to keep track of everything. So I cannot get what's in this collector's edition to load. The pictures just don't show up anything. So I don't even know what comes in the collector's edition. And Target gives you 1 bar because because of the conspiracy theory that they don't want you to price check. So they give you no self-reception, which is probably good because I did price check. But I don't even know what comes in this collector's edition. I am going to completely blind buy this just so we can unbox it together and I could do a review on the collector's edition and see what comes in it and if it's worth the $80 price tag. Hopefully it is, because right now it looks like it's nothing besides a box change. If that's what I'm paying for, I'm going to be very disappointed. So we will unbox it when we get back to the cavern. It's going to be here tomorrow, so I'll just update you guys in the video tomorrow. And then we'll unbox it and hopefully we'll get to play it a little bit. So we are back from Target. We have everything here. It's actually been a couple days. I got like a head cold going on. I don't even know if it's a cold. I think it's just allergies. But I actually had to postpone filming this a little bit. So we have everything we got here. We did not pick up a lot of merchandise because I spent most of our budget on this. And that is the Nicktoon Dice of Destiny Collector's Edition. I cannot believe I did not know this was a thing, but I'm so glad that I finally have it here. It took a little while to come in. It was supposed to come in the next day, but thankfully, well, not thankfully, but I got sick, so I wasn't going to film it the next day anyway. But an amazing box. I feel like I'm crazy for opening it, but you know me, I'm here to share it with you guys so we can see it all together. And that way it lets you decide if you want to open it or even pick it up in the first place. But first off here, we picked up Momo here. Super cute. This one is by Jazzwares. I have another Momo that's in the cavern here that's also really cute, and this one is by Kid Robot. And yeah, I mean, this one's really cute by Kid Robot, but I think Jazzware took it up a notch and it's even cuter now. It's like if you could like, I believe in Japan, they can get any character and they can press a magic button like this. That was easy. And it automatically makes the character 5 times cuter. That's what they did. They pressed the button and we got this Momo over here, just significantly more cute than this one over here. So I love this guy. I will say this one looks maybe more show accurate, but this one has a more stylized, adorable look to it. I love his little like saggy feet here. He almost reminds me of a Digimon. Ryan, pop up on screen the Digimon I'm thinking of. It's right here. It looks very similar to this guy, but maybe that's also like some kind of nostalgic bias is making me pick this one, but very cute. I'm gonna give this guy, oh my gosh, I just realized also this one was at FYE and look how much it cost, $25. Okay, yeah, you are getting a 10 out of 10 because this one was only $12 compared to this guy that was $24. Speaking of cheap plushies, obviously if you watch this channel, you know your plush decently enough to know that you can see this is not the highest quality plushie ever. It's on the cheaper end. It definitely is like maybe one level lower than like an arcade or like claw machine plushie, but to be fair, it's only $8. And if you think about it, you know, there's a lot of companies sharing the revenue on this product. You've got DC, you've got Sonic, they both got to get a little cut of this. That's part of licensing deals. The percentage of that goes to those companies. Then you got Jakks Pacific, they've got to make a small amount of money on it too. And then you've got Target, who also has to, I know normally there's already 3, right? But that 4th person, you know, they're already working on very thin margins. The fact that there's 4 people putting their hands in the pot and we still got a plushie for less than $10, I cannot complain. This is probably like a $5 plushie that is upcharged to a $9 plushie, but nonetheless, it is still a really cool one. So glad to add this one to my Shadow collection. Only $10, and like I said, I have a feeling that a lot of this Sonic X DC stuff is going to be very sought after years and years down the line, because I'm already seeing them kind of starting to stop the production of a lot of these things. Like, it's getting harder and harder to find them in stores, and it's such a cool thing to have happened. So I'm so glad that I got all these Shadow related items, except for the double pack with him and Batman that I'm still looking for. But I might just buy that one online soon, just so I can have all of these Shadow stuff that came with it in the collection. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. I think it's not a very great quality plushie. I don't think it's gonna hold up, you know, very, very long. I think this is one of those ones, like if you got it at the thrift store, it probably wouldn't be in good enough shape for you to actually keep it yourself. It's like a one person, one ownership type of plush. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for the price that it is. Next up here, I did end up getting the controller here, and I did not expect this, but Karina was like, oh, I've been trying to like figure out what to get you for Christmas coming up here, which is so sweet of her. That she is the best. I had no clue and had no
no expectations of that being the case. And of course, me trying to be polite, I was like, no, what the heck, no, like, you do not have to buy me that. Like, it is okay, I appreciate it, but no, it's fine. She was like, no, like, seriously, I really want to get this for you because I can see how bad you want this, and I have no clue what else to get you for Christmas because I'm not the easiest person to shop for, because usually I'm very, very fortunate that I have this show where I pick up a lot of stuff that I'm looking for, and I have an amazing audience that either hooks me up with great deals and stuff, or even ends up sending some of the stuff in the mail to me. And I'm so blessed to have you beautiful people a part of this audience that make that the way it is. But it's hard for people to get gifts from me because if it's something that I'm looking for, usually within an amount of time, I'm gonna end up picking it up for the show, or in some circumstance, it's gonna end up being here. Of course, within reason, like, you know, if I wanted like a freaking Ferrari, you know, that's not gonna happen, but like, you know, within collectible gift giving price range, it usually ends up here on the show. So this being outside of that, she was like, okay, I really want to pick this up because I know at this moment you don't have it and you're not gonna get it, at least, you know, yet. So she ended up getting me this, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. It is an amazing controller. You got Pikachu on one side and Gengar on the other. It is a lenticular design that doesn't really come off that great on camera, but in person it basically looks like almost like you could go through the controller, like there's layers to the design. It gives it like a 3D dimensional vortex look, and you've got like this smoke on the bottom from Gengar's side that almost looks like it's inside the controller stuck there, and the same thing's going on Pikachu's side with like an electric vortex. And it has mappable buttons too, which is the first Switch controller I've ever actually like opened or am going to open that I've ever like used this before. So you can actually place different buttons in those mappable spots, so that way you can press those buttons faster than if, for example, if you were to like, you know, actually press the different buttons you need. So really cool. This is getting a 10 out of 10. And finally, we have the moment we've all been waiting for here, the Nicktoons Dice of Destiny. So let me get my knife. We are gonna pop this open. We are also gonna jump into the game, so we are gonna switch over here. Once we check out what's inside this collector's edition, we are gonna jump over to our computer so we can play this together and see how the game looks overall. We're not gonna play through the whole game. We'll just kind of do a little, like, you know, see the opening cutscenes, maybe look at the menu, stuff like that, just to get an idea of what's going on here. Is it double sealed? So it's one sealed here, that's sealed, and there's another thing also sealed right here. So that's just like a sleeve, like a slip cover, if you will. And then, oh man, that is crazy. So first off, we have this awesome wooden little like display case. I don't even know what this is called. What is this called? Dice tray with storage compartments. So it's like for you to actually like roll your dice and they don't go rolling all over the table and stuff like that. And we'll be opening this up as well too, but you can see it comes with a booster pack right there as well as a poster. But here is the game itself. So this is my download code for some of the wardrobe pieces. So it comes with that as well. And then here is the game itself. So the game itself is just the classic Switch version. Really cool to have it on the Switch One because the game's actually on here. For those of you guys who know, a lot of the Switch 2 games, if they are third party, they're not like Nintendo branded. They are what is called game keys. So you don't actually own the game. You're basically buying a key to play the game via a download. So like, you might as well just download it. Really unfortunate, and I feel like for the preservation's sake is gonna kind of suck. So I'm actually glad this is on Switch 1 and not Switch 2 because the game is on this cartridge. Like, no matter what happens to the internet, if the grid goes kaput, if you have your Switch, some way to power it, and this cartridge, you can play the game, which I think is so cool. So open that up right there. You can see we got the game inside there. No crazy like artwork on the interior. I do love when they add like a map in there or something like that. But just looking at the cover art here, I mean, man, you've got some characters on here that have not seen the front of a video game in over a decade. Like Timmy, Cosmo, Wanda, Susie, Leonardo, and Katara. Maybe they've been, you know, Spongebob, they've been on some games recently. But on the back here, for sure not. We got Jenny on there, we got Danny, Jimmy, and this buff freaking like Planktonomore Plankton up there. Embark on a fanatical quest with your favorite Nicktoons characters. I cannot wait. It is 4 players as well too, which is awesome. We've been needing a good co-op Nickelodeon game for a while now. Let's take a look here on the inside of this. Okay, so opening this up, I already know that I'm sure there are other people that have already opened up this booster pack, so we will pop up what cards are inside of this pack. I just don't feel the desire to open it. and I'm sure there was more people that have opened it than have kept it sealed. So I think it is probably worth more to keep it sealed. I will keep mine sealed, and I will buy the 9 cards that are within this pack online. So, you know, I think that's just the smarter way to go about this, but very cool that it even comes with trading cards in it. It has this little poster here, not a huge poster. I think it would be cool if it was a bit more of a sizable poster. I mean, that's very small, but it has the in-game map here, you can see there, as well. On this side, it has like almost what it looks like it could be some alternate covers or something like that. Man, I would have never thought there'd be a day in my life where I would see Azula versus Danny Phantom. I don't even know who would win that fight. That's actually a debatably tough battle. Okay, so that comes out of here. We have a little baggie here. Oh man, I cannot wait. I don't think this is a common thing most people are gonna purchase, because otherwise I'd be like, man, I bet you will be finding a little stuff like this in thrift stores in the future, but probably not. It's a little dice bag here that says Nicktoon's Dice of Destiny on it. Popping this little tray open here, you can see it says it right there as well too. It has a sticker pack sheet here, all the stickers as well as multiple of the different weapons. Look who is on the bottom here of the tray. That is such an awesome little add-on there. You got Spongebob in the base of the tray. You have this really fancy looking like little latch here. You lift that up, and the dice actually has Spongebob on them too. You can see one right here that actually has Spongebob on the dice. You know, not like they didn't cheap out on it. You can tell they're actually made for this, which, you know, could have easily been, we just got like a blank pouch, a blank one of these, a blank pair of dice, and like, oh, it's Nicktoons. But it's all branded. The only thing I would complain is this little latch right here, is it has like this really ornate look on it. I think it's a missed opportunity. They could have made like the latch something Nickelodeon-esque or themed, but hey, it's not that big of a deal. So putting that all together, we have the dice, the pouch, the cards, the poster, the download for the wardrobe, and you have the game. And the game when it came out was $60. This version of the game is only $90. So for 30 bucks, you get all of this extra stuff. Personally, as a collector, I think it is very worth it. But I could see, unless you maybe play like, I think, what is it called, like Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, where you would need these dice and this tray and all that stuff, it may not be as useful, besides like maybe the stickers and the poster. But I think just the booster pack is a really, really cool addition, honestly. But you guys let me know what you think. Do you think it's worth it? I personally am gonna say, if you're a Nickelodeon fan, 30 bucks, that's a lot of value. That is definitely worth it to me. But the only thing is that the game itself, as with all of Game Mill games, unfortunately, they charge almost never, like, I probably shouldn't be saying this because I'm a Nickelodeon fan, but anytime Game Mill ever releases a game, it will always come out at $60, but within a month, it will be $40. Like, they basically make these games as $30 games, and it's kind of predatory. I don't like it because I am a fan. I am somebody who's trying to support you. I am somebody who is trying to pick up these games as early as possible to be an early adopter of your product. They kind of release them at $60, knowing that people that really want it are going to buy it at $60, and then eventually it becomes what it probably should be costing, about $30, as you get closer to like Christmas time. You know, it goes on sale on Amazon, Target, Walmart. I mean, we even saw cases like, for example, the Nick Kart Racing game, where all 3 of these at one point were $60. You can get in a group now, all 3 of them in one game for 30 bucks. So, you know, the games are definitely made with a much smaller margin in mind, and it takes advantage of people that are trying to jump onto it the second it comes out. And that's not going to stop me. For me, I do the show here. I have a purpose in trying to get it early as I can. But for the average consumer, if you could wait, I would just say wait, like, you know, a month after the game comes out, and you probably can get it for at least 30% off the price that it comes out at. And as much as I love Nickelodeon, I love Game Mill for making these games, my #1 priority and the person that I am going to try to help the most is you, even above them. So that's just my way of looking at it. I think with THQ Nordic, that's a little bit different. The games have a little bit, you know, I mean, like, for example, the THQ Nordic game that is Titan of the Tide, which is actually a much bigger budget game. Let's be real, probably going to be better than majority of the Game Mill games. And I'm probably squashing any chance I have of ever getting sponsored by Game Mill, but it is what it is. Probably going to be 10 times better than majority of Game Mill games. Is only $40. That's coming out, it's $40. So the audacity of charging $60 when the game first comes out, because you know there's going to be early adopters that just want to be in on it, is kind of savage, you know, it's kind of crazy. Like, realistically, I think that the Titan of the Tide should be a $60 game, but we're getting it for $40. You know, comparing the two, you know, it just, you know, that's what I'm saying. That's more of something I would jump on at the beginning rather than this at the beginning. But I still think this is probably, from what I've heard, is one of the best game mill games in a long time. So I'm super excited to play it. Honestly, none of the games are bad. Nicktoons Racing, Nick All-Star Brawl 2 is considered one of the #1 competitive fighting games in the fighting, like, MLG circuit, actually. Like, it's a huge fandom behind that game. And the kart racer was really good too. It just doesn't have a ton of like replayability or like a story, for example, comparatively to this game that seems to be having a story and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's gonna have a lot more replayability to it. But nonetheless, I've been talking for a long time here. I just, you know, I'm passionate about this stuff, so I want to give you guys as much information as I can, especially on a big game release like this. Let's go ahead and throw it into the console here. I'll be playing it on Switch too, and we'll take a look at the game and see how it looks. And I'm excited to go through the game. I'm gonna try to beat this game. I've almost done with Pokemon Z through A. I'm gonna finish that, then I'm gonna jump into this and hope I can beat it before Titan of the Tide comes out. Okay, so we are on the Switch right now. You guys can see we have my games right here. I've been playing a little bit of Rugrats Adventures in Gameland, thanks to Sergio. I've been playing the demo for Titans of the Tide. Well, I finished the demo, but this is it right here. So we got a lot of Nickelodeon going on here in the setup. Let's go ahead and boot it up and check it out. Like I said, we're not gonna play the full game, just to get an idea of what's going on here in the game. Let's start it up. Software update, maybe we can do that later. Let's just start it up.
In a land of magic and mystery, a great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers the land had ever seen. Would be able to...
I know who that is.
What is he doing? Oh, that there's just his eager dance.
His eager dance.
I've never
Put
seen
you on the
waterbending
planet.
forms like that.
I love it.
Y'all got room for one more?
Tara
I'll
doing
keep
it now
watch.
too.
This place is crawling with monsters.
Come on, guys, you're ruining the mood.
We're being a tad melodramatic, Timmy.
Wow, that actually played out like an actual Nickelodeon episode, like featuring those characters. That was brilliant. If that's just one little, you know, I guess like hint as to how the game's gonna go, that was fantastic. You got Timmy over there. He kind of reminds me of the King Arthur episode of Fairly Odd Parents. You have TT RPG. I'm assuming that means Timmy Turner RPG. That is so cool. Okay, so let's start this up. A small little cutscene, but still amazing. Start game. Kelp Wood. Okay, so our first level is Kelp Wood. So I'm assuming they're like derived from like in-world stuff, but it's probably not actual locations of Bikini Bottom or any of the other worlds. And I have no clue if it's a story or like how this is gonna go, you know, like what kind of mode we're in. Do we get to pick our character? Okay, there's our cutscene. Shh. We're talking too much.
You rolled 23, Timmy, and the gelatinous sprite had 20 hit points. You defeated it. Well done, Timmy.
Ha-ha! The foul creature has tasted my blade.
And I bet your blade tastes great, slathered in gelatinous sprite. Or pudding. You've beaten another campaign, Timmy. Would you like us to come up with a new one?
Nah, I'll just win again. Never thought I'd say this, but winning all the time gets old.
And I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Hey, wait a minute. I could be in the Creatures and Chasms world for real.
I sense a wish coming on.
Let's do it. I wish I were in a Creatures and Chasms world, playing the game for real.
Ah! What was
Misfired.
that?
Cosmo? Where'd you get those
He
dice?
brought the game to the world.
From a very powerful wizard. Or a cereal box. I forget which. Because if I did get them from a wizard and not a cereal box, something could go horribly wrong. And if they're from a cereal box, the worst that could happen is your wheat flakes stay crunchy and milk. Either way, they're the perfect dice for the wish, Timmy.
Whoa, did I wish for that?
Wow, that's really cool. Like just to have just a story to follow with the game, which is not something common with the game mill games. I feel like you're really a part of what's going on. assume those other little like ding 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 are people from other worlds maybe.
Wakey, wakey.
Eggs and bakey, y'all!
Give them some room. Looks like they had quite a fall.
Who are you?
I'm SpongeBob SquarePants.
Pleased to meet ya. Excuse me for a hot sec. Hey!
Oh, dang.
I'm Sandy Cheeks.
I'm Leonardo.
That jellyfish is actually
My name
like the
is
one from Lost in
Katara.
Time.
It's all right. We're friends, and we're all far from our homes.
Okay, I'm Timmy Turner.
Wow, that's so
Hey,
cool.
where'd you get the cool fairies?
So it's literally every line is voice acted. It's so cool. So you have all of them there. It's interesting because it's a timeline where they're all kind of in their own different point in their world, I guess. Obviously, SpongeBob and Sandy are kind of like always in the same time period, essentially. Timmy is no longer like the main kid. He's an adult now. We have the new girl from A New Wish. So this takes place during the time where Timmy is still like, you know, the child of Cosmo and Wanda. Katara, as we know now in The Legend of Korra, is much older. So you get to see Katara when she's a kid. And then Nat Leo was from the newest TMNT series. So they're all from like their, I guess, most interesting eras, I guess you could say. So where'd you get those cool fairies?
Internet?
Classic Timmy, always blaming the internet for everything.
Ooh, what's the internet?
That's why we love you so much, SpongeBob.
Huh, that usually works.
They've seen us. We've broken the rules.
But does the rules apply?
But here, maybe the rules don't apply.
I think Wanda.
What do you mean?
Just look at the spiffy threads we're all wearing.
Whoa, hey, these look like something we'd wear in Creatures and Chasms. That means the wish worked, sorta.
You made
This
a
is
wish?
so cool.
Yep, this is Cosmo.
I love that Timmy's like a wizard. It makes so much sense, of course. SpongeBob is wearing his outfit from Lost in Time. It's good that they added all those aspects because that's, you know, already kind of been done in their world in some ways.
And this is Wanda.
Pleased to meet you.
And I actually like the animation style. Like, obviously it's not one-to-one to the shows, but it kind of makes them all feel like they're in the same
They're my
place.
fairy godparents. Wish for them to put me in my favorite game for real. And, well, I guess you all got pulled into my game too. Best wish ever, right?
Right. Okay, but now that you're awake, we should keep moving. It's not safe here.
Not safe?
Nobody asks why he's a freaking turtle in armor. Like,
Ooh, seems like you folks have been out for a while. That's given us a head start on a few things, like getting to know each other a mite.
I love how just okay they are with this. Like, nobody's like, man, this is so inconvenient to me.
A quest? Cosmo, Wanda, you did it! We're in Creatures and Chasms after all! Let's go!
Timmy just said, let's go. Okay, so we gotta pick our character, and I mean, obviously, duh. Yes. SpongeBob is a chivalrous knight known far and wide for his unflinching bravery in battle and his fondness for jellyfish. I am tempted to go with Sandy, but we're gonna go with Sponge. Okay, so we are SpongeBob. It's interesting, like it feels like a 2D platformer, but then you notice there's some aspects of the game that are 3D, like the coral here and stuff, and some of the signs. Very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here. You can also use the joystick to attack too, which is actually probably more efficient. Alright, so it has a map we can follow. It looks like that little arrow right there on the top left. Man, so I'm looking for a jump button, but I guess there's not a jump button yet. Get the B for basic attacks. And this, I was trying to say, this is the jellyfish from Lost in Time. At least the style. It's a dragon in that show, or in that episode, but in this, it's meant to be kind of, okay, so that's just like a booby trap. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna keep moving forward here and see where we're going, ultimately. Man, I could see how this would be so fun with multiple people on top of that. It won't let me actually go forward. Okay, roll to dodge. Okay, so, whoa! And then L to heal. It's almost like it meant for us to get hit. And then it looks down there like you have some unlockable attacks too. So really cool RPG style game. I'm usually used to like RPG, it's like turn-based, but it's like almost like a platformer. Well, it's not a platformer because you can't jump. I don't even know what to call it. I guess it's just an RPG with like a not turn-based format. Oh, this random fish. I love it. Is there a block attack? How do I block? Or can I block at all? Or do I just have to get hit? Okay, so you just attack a couple times, let him hit, and then dodge. Okay, you leveled up and unlocked a new skill to open the skills menu. Okay, so you have All Reliable is a special skill. A forward attack with All Reliable deals 250 damage to enemies in range. So that will make our Y special. Is that unlimited, or we have to charge it up? I think we have to charge it up. Okay, yeah, so you can see my meter gets kind of taken down a little bit when I use those specials.
So, tell me again, why are we looking for a falling star?
We don't get a lot of falling stars where Sandy and I come from, so I wanted to see one up close.
It was strange. A whole bunch of them fell not long after we arrived. We thought they might be related to how we got here and went looking for them.
Ah, so those stars we saw, those were not actually them. I don't know if we get to play as other characters. I know other characters are in the game, but are they playable? I'm not 100% sure. I think they are, so maybe those are the characters we're unlocking.
So we can all go home. Well, I could just wish us all back home.
Yeah, Timmy.
But why would we want to do that? We just got here.
But Timmy, what about our new friends?
Yes, Timmy. They didn't ask to be included in your wish, and they're far from home.
You're right. In that case, I wish for everyone to go back to their homes. Whoa! What in Sam Hill was that?
Never mind.
It didn't work, Timmy. We can't wish us back home.
In every Fairly Odd Parents game, episode, they always have to nerf Cosmo and Wanda because the hardest part about storytelling with Cosmo and Wanda is the fact that they can make anything Timmy wishes possible. They have to somehow make some situation to where they can't do that, because otherwise the entire game, the entire story, you know, has that huge glaring issue where all you'd have to do is wish for it to be fixed, right? It's like a horror movie with cell phones. Like if the person who's getting attacked or like getting stalked by Jason Voorhees or whoever has a cell phone and complete reception, everything becomes a little bit less scary because they can just call the police, right? So they always have to drop their phone in the water, or the phone has to get destroyed. That's the Cosmo and Wanda of this situation.
Oh darn! I guess we're just stuck here.
If that's the case, we should keep on looking for falling stars.
Yeah, when we got to where we thought the falling star had landed, all we found was dead.
Okay, so the falling stars are the dice.
Why, that's our four-sided die!
That's yours?
Yes! We use these dice for Timmy's wish!
Maybe we need all of them to get back home.
That's how it looks, Timmy!
You
That
mean
makes so
they
much
aren't
sense.
stars? They're just dice? Aww.
Yeah, but stars won't help us get home. The dice could.
Great! That means we're still on a quest! Come on! I think there's another star around here somewhere.
I wonder if every level is gonna have like their own style of, you know, enemies, I guess you could say, because this one's got the fish in it. Ooh, we got some armor here, okay. A local tunic. It's not one of your foreign tunics. The combat is surprisingly, like, smooth, too. Like, it doesn't feel, like, very clunky. Okay, we went that way. Let's see here.
Bummer. No luck finding another one of those stars or dice or whatever they are. And it's getting late.
Okay, Leo, I got you. Leo's bummed out here. We're gonna see if we can go through the portal.
We're low on supplies. We should head back to the Tangle and start again in the morning.
The Tangle?
The Tangle? What's that?
Thought me and Timmy had the same question.
It's a place where all our worlds done got tangled together like tumbleweeds in a windstorm.
Done got tangled.
Whoa.
Okay, so we're going to the Tangled. Let's check it out. Level complete. We did the first level. Enemies defeated, damage dealt, damage taken. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at the Tangle real quick. Okay, so this is like our hub world essentially then. And that's what I figured it was gonna be. But really cool looking. It gives me like, I don't even know. I want to say like Nicktoon's Volcano Island vibes. Really magical. A beat. Love it. All right, let's see what we got here. So you got like, it's just like it's like Valhalla. I don't really, to be honest, see a lot of the collision between the worlds. Like I see that it's saying that it's all of our worlds kind of collided. Speak to the Crimson Chin in the Tangle. So the Crimson Chin is here too. Wow, really? There he is. That's actually crazy. So like the characters are here, but I actually don't see like a lot of inspiration from the other worlds. It just looks very medievally. But I guess because the characters are the ones that are intermingled. We have like a little blacksmithing area here. I'm sure we're gonna get to meet other characters here as well too as we go along. Who knows who runs this little shop here. Alright guys, so that's just a little taste of what we got going on in the game here. I'm definitely interested to play more, and like I said, I'm gonna try to beat this game before the Titan of the Tides comes out, because man, that is gonna completely absorb all my free time for sure when that comes out. But this definitely looks promising, and I'm excited to play more. So you guys let me know what you guys think of the game so far. If you plan to pick it up, if you've already picked it up, let me know what you think of it. And if you plan to pick it up, let me know in the comments as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here so you do not miss any more Nickelodeon awesome nostalgic goodness. If you guys want to support the show further, consider becoming a member of our Patreon or our YouTube memberships. This is the greatest way to support the channel. You can sign up for as little as $2 or $3 a month. You get access to videos that are not available anywhere else, and you help this show to survive and keep doing this for years and years to come. Thank you so much to our already existing members. You can also go check out my Whatnot stream where I'm live every single Wednesday and Friday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Come check us out. I might actually be giving away a copy of Titan of the Tide very, very soon over there as well too, once the game comes out. So go check that out. Use my link down below. You get $15 for free just for signing up. But I'll see you guys in this video right here that I know you're gonna love. And as always, Ret Peck, I will see you, beautiful people, in the next one. Adios and bloop!